Hey everyone, Monica Bodierski here, artist and author of the Shadowland Tarot and the House of Shadows Lenormand. How are you doing? Thank you for joining me in this video. If you're new to this channel, I hope you enjoy it. If you're returning, thank you so much for your interest. So, today's video is 3 tips to help you with the elements of the minor arcana in the standard Rider-Waite-Smith Tarot. This approach, I think, is one of the things that really helped me go from, sort of finding my way and feeling my way through tarot and suddenly having things really click. It's the correspondences, the keywords, the attributes and associations with all the parts of tarot so that you don't have to just memorize the meaning. When you understand the cards in their components, you really can transfer that knowledge to just about any deck, given that the deck creator is following at least some of those ideas or keywords, and I bet they will, whether it's numerologically, astrologically, or through elements. So let's get started. So for the tip number 1 I'm going to share with you about really getting into the elements. Identify the suit and the element. Okay, so let's go through them. We have pentacles, which can also be coins. That is earth, the element of earth. And when you think of earth, you think of things that are grounding and safe and secure, basically very grounded. So it's also about materials, material goods, and physicality. So when you look at the image knowing that, you'll have a better idea of what is being communicated. Okay. Also, we have wands, which is fire. Okay. And with fire, it is passion and a certain kind of an energy. And when we get that, we'll look at the image in a very different way beyond just, well, it's wands and this character is doing this and I have to go read the book, okay? Cups is the element of water, and swords is the element of air and perception. With cups, I'm not sure I mentioned, it is pure emotion, okay? So those are associations with those elements. Let's look at number 2. Keywords. Keywords for each of those elements. So I gave you a clue already with kind of the category that the element represents. So when I say that cups is water, is emotion, these are corresponding words that help you. What else goes along with emotion? What are other keywords? That's what you want to do. Number 2, find those keywords. And if you're going to memorize, that's the place you might want to begin. So when I think of cups and emotion right away, in my Google search brain, I am doing the keywords of emotions, feelings, depth. Oh, I don't know. I might think happiness, anxiety, types of emotions. What else? Intuition, gut feeling, maybe even creativity, because sometimes that is a very emotional kind of a state. Changeable, very mutable. These are all things that you can keep in mind. And if you only remember a few key words, that is going to help you tremendously. Let's try it with, swords. Swords, the element of air and perception, thought, logic. See how this is opposite to the emotion. So that is helpful when you receive this card, even if you don't really know what's going on in the image. If you know it's an element of air or swords, which by the way, in decks can be blades, pins, rusty nails, pens. They are all corresponding to the idea of thought and perception and air and words. So those are keywords there. So, number 2, find those keywords, okay? Those are transferable and really helpful. Number 3, think about the type of energy. Okay, so let's say I have keywords for wands, okay, which is fire, and the keywords are passion and literally fiery, energetic, maybe physical, but there's this force to be reckoned with. Okay, well, that's all sorts of keywords describing that energy, but now I'm going to look at the image itself and say, okay, what is that energy? What is going on in the picture I'm looking at? And if you look closely, you can see that this witch and the witch familiar, the cat, they're directing their energy. You can see that coming out of their own wands. They're directing the brooms in a certain way. So you can see it's also red and it's fiery. So the type of energy is physical output. Okay? So you've identified that this card is talking to you about a physical output, and you haven't looked at a book. You've done it through elements. Let's try that with another card here. Emotions. Okay, apart from the fact that the creature from the Black Lagoon looks a little down, yes, he is, he has a certain kind of an emotion, maybe through the body language, facial expression. If you have cards that share that with you, all the easier. And again, why it's so important to pick a deck that you can read, okay, by looking at it. Sometimes that's really important. If you are one of those people who wants to memorize and go through a book, more power to you. I cannot do that. I need to see some kind of prompts about the type of energy and element I'm dealing with, all right? Because I use so many different decks too. I think people who use a single deck their whole reading career, they've just got it down to an absolute, they know. They don't need the image to tell them because they've been using it so much. But what kind of emotional energy is this? So I had the keyword. It's cups. It's water. I see water here. There's a certain kind of an energy. It looks kind of down. Maybe we're not sure why, but right away looking at this card and this image, we're going, there's a certain heaviness to it. There's an emotional weight. Maybe just creepy because it's the creature from the Black Lagoon, but you can kind of see in that look, there's something heavy. So there you have it. There are 3 very simple tips just to get you started looking at elements and how they correspond to the suits and the minor arcana, and a few keywords, and then looking at the image to help you maneuver your way through tarot without having to memorize the book. Okay, thank you very much for watching this video. Please share your own thoughts about doing this or using this technique, or if you use elements at all. I appreciate if you hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to make that little bell ring, otherwise you won't know if I've just dropped another video. So everyone, have a great week. Have fun. Play with your tarot. Take out your tarot and have a good time with it. Enjoy yourselves. Stay well, stay healthy, and I will talk to you very soon. Bye-bye.